First off, thank you so much, Vivica A. Fox, Miss Vivica A. Fox. I am so happy to be in your presence.
I'll take all those titles, okay? Vivica, Miss Vivica A, okay? Auntie Viv.
Can I call you Auntie during the interview?
Sure you can.
Let's talk about this. You are back in South Bend where you're born, correct?
Yes.
Talk about that. How does it feel?
Oh, well, it's awesome. I mean, to be honest with you, I was born here in South Bend, Indiana, but I was raised in Indianapolis. So the majority of my memories are Indianapolis, Indiana. But yeah, this is my daddy's hometown, Mr. William E. Fox, or Bill Fox, as everyone used to call him, Eddie Boy. Yeah, look, he had several titles too. But this is really his hometown. But I was in my suite upstairs and just looking out and just going, wow, what a long way I've come from humble beginnings.
You talk about the people who are from this city, the athletes, the musicians, the artists, the actors and actresses like yourself. What does that say about South Bend and those who live here?
Midwest does it best. Okay. More than anything else. My sister actually still lives here. I get to come here every once in a while, but it's usually always for events and for celebrations or family reunions.
What is the best part about being back in the Midwest, being so closely connected to where you're from?
Oh, that's a complicated question for myself because I've went so very far. I've traveled all over the world, worked with such amazing people, but as I tell people, I may go very far, but I will always come back home. So when I do get to come back home, it just keeps me down to earth, humble, grateful, all of those wonderful things.
It seems like in small towns, there's always this extra pride. When you come back here, do you feel like that extra pride? You're seeing some faces and you're being back at the place that you were born?
Let me tell you the extra pride I just had when Notre Dame made it, the football team made it to the state, made it to the finals. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, come on, that's my hometown team. And I mean, I planned my whole day around watching the game. It was awesome. They came up a little short, but to see the growth that happened here. It's just wonderful that Notre Dame has kind of always been on the map, but this year it really had a special meaning.
Speaking of special meanings, you are here in South Bend for a reason. Can you talk to people why you're here?
Absolutely. I am here to celebrate Black History Month along with the mayor, Mayor Mueller. Tomorrow night we are going to honor 11 extraordinary citizens of South Bend. I'm the guest honoree, as well as I'm going to be a presenter. I hope he doesn't see this before, but if you do, oh well. But yeah, we have a special award that I'm going to be presenting tomorrow night. Tonight, I'm going to meet some of the students and have a little Q&A with them. You know, we always got to get back to the kids and inspire them. They're going to get to ask me some questions. They're young, upcoming actors. About what it's like being Vivica A. Fox. So get to spend a little time with them, take some pictures, hopefully inspire, enlighten, and encourage. And then after that, we're going to have a VIP reception with our sponsors for them to get to spend a little private time. Tomorrow night is going to be open to the public, so it'll probably get a little crowded. But tonight we're going to do a special meet and greet for our sponsors.
Let's talk about the moment we're going to talk about the young kids in a moment because I think that's important. But I want to underscore something you said, Black History Month. There's a lot of people who are characterizing this time, this moment in this country, that blacks and people of color are under attack, and that whether it's through the subtleties of getting rid of DEI or revoking celebrations on the federal level, Black History Month. How do you characterize this moment we're in right now?
It's unfortunate, to be very honest with you. I hate that we went so far with a wonderful administration like Barack Obama and Joe Biden, who both I campaigned for, to now have the chaos back. I think that bothers me more than anything else, and the whole dismantling of the DEI, which we're finding out doesn't just stand for black people. I think that's what's surprising to a lot of folks, that DEI doesn't just stand for African Americans, but we are going to make sure that we never forget Black History Month, that we continue to celebrate and make sure that our children learn our culture, our history, what our forefathers sacrificed for us to have moments like what we're having today, for them young African Americans to have opportunities to be all that they can be. I mean, we just had our first African American female vice president, almost president, which Kamala, if you want to come on back, girl, I'm here.
She'll be watching this too, hopefully.
Yes, you know. I'll get on the campaign trail with you, girlfriend.
How was that, by the way, campaigning for both Barack Obama, but also Kamala Harris and Joe Biden as well?
Oh my gosh, it's everything. I've always been one who cares about my communities, about my country, more than anything else, about female rights, people rights. You know, I've always been heavily involved with voting and rocking the vote as long as I've been able to, because there was a time that we couldn't vote.
It's so important.
That we couldn't vote. So I always make sure to remind, especially Generation Next, don't take it for granted. Pay attention. Please pay attention, because you got next. So I always make sure that I get out there and stomp the trail and kiss babies and hand out donuts and coffee.
Let's talk about the younger generation.
Yes.
Our kids, you talked about it, our children who are growing up in this right now. Talk about the pride and joy that you get. In just a few minutes, you're going to be meeting with some theater students from Riley, Boys and Girls Club as well. Talk about what that means to you.
It means everything. It means I'm making the right moves in life. I'll never forget, I had an opportunity to interview Pam Grier, who was my role model. And I was in tears. I was like how you are right now, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe having this moment. Oh my gosh, I was crying in the whole nine. Ugly cry, like, oh Pam. But she asked me, she said, why are you crying so much? I said, because I cannot believe how kind you are. And she says, Vivica, it's what I'm supposed to do. And I challenge you to do the same for Generation Next. So I'm keeping my promise to Miss Pam Grier and inspiring, enlightening, and encouraging Generation Next. It's what I'm supposed to do.
It's what you're supposed to do. I know you are always at the fore when it comes to thinking about and stumping for that next generation.
Yes.
What's your parting advice to any young person watching here in South Bend right now who wants to be the next Vivica A. Fox, who wants to be at that next level that Vivica A. Fox has reached?
To do the work. You know, nowadays everybody thinks that you can swipe to success. Don't have a moment, have a career, and a career is built. So do the work, study, take chances, believe in you. Because if you don't believe in you, who else will? So it starts with a high belief in oneself and going after it. But get your education. Make sure you get your education so that you have something to fall back on. I also tell young actors, my closing note, find out what it is you're good at. Are you good at drama? Are you good at comedy? If you can be a triple threat, sing, dance, act, but do pick one that you feel you're very good at, but be versatile. Versatility is the key to longevity.
Oh, I love that. That's all I got. Thank you so much for doing this.
You are so welcome. And I just want to say to all of my fellow Hoosiers, thank you guys for your amazing love, support. Without you, there would be no me. And do know that I do not take that for granted.